Happy Thursday, everyone. One of the best things about being a parish priest is that so many people love you and take care of you and tell you they're proud of you and support you and are you just are upheld. It's like having tons of moms and dads. So also one of the hardest parts of being a parish priest is that you have tons and tons of moms and dads that are always worried about you and looking after you. So when you do things like accidentally, purposely run through a stop sign, people worry about your safety. Or when you're filming reflections and it looks like you're in a fraternity dorm room, people will say stuff to you then too. So I've had so many questions about that fraternity dorm room that we're gonna break with tradition a little bit today and look at that corner that I filmed from and discuss what it is and why it is the way it is and all of that, and glean wisdom for everyone from a dead priest. So no church father quote today, just wisdom from a dead priest and a tour of a fraternity dorm room. So God bless you all, and hang on. So as promised, we're going to take a little tour of my office and kind of explain what some of the things are, and hopefully have a moment of gleaned wisdom. Let me take my sunglasses off. Okay, here we go. So when we come into my office, it looks like a normal office, and on this side of the office, I hope you can see it's a nice and lovely and pleasant space where I meet with people and give counsel, where I have meetings and just sort of relax and enjoy having my own space. So I love this part, and I'm very grateful to several families in the parish who put nice carpeting in here and got the furniture together so people would have a nice place to sit and enjoy things. So that's sort of the normal part of the office, with some icons and things that always remind me to say my prayers and remind me of important events. And so each one has meaning behind it, but I won't bore you with that. It's kind of hard to film in here with the windows, so sunny today. But that's that. And here's my bookcase. I have a rule that if I can't fit the book in my bookcase, then if I want something bad enough, then something else has to go. I've moved enough in my life that I don't do that. And with everything being on the internet now and having access, it's just as easy not to have heaps of books. So we'll move on over a little bit. There's my bicycle, and then the pilgrimage to Santiago when I walked that. So there's that. There's some more icons and Matty Grace's handprint and a few other things. So that's just more stuff. But here's what everybody wants to see. This part of my office is the one that gets all the comments and is controversial. And you can kind of see when you step back, it's kind of a mess, right? And it exploded during COVID. And so I'm just going to explain some of the things. I gave Father Carl space in my office when he retired. And so that's from the Tour de France in the 20s. I just think it's a funny print. It belongs to Father Carl, and he put it in the office. So that's that. It just is kind of humorous and good-natured. So this is a Tomasini, a hand-built Italian bicycle, race bike. So it's awesome, and we hang it in here. Florencia brought me the Pavo Real, or the peacock, and then you have the two pictures of my coaching at a high school level in the girls. One is a runner-up in the state tournament. The other is the state champions. And then a mission trip we took to Chicago. We have that. And then birthday cards and pictures of people that mean a lot in my life. And then there's people that I married, a wedding in France. Some of my photography I like. This one is very important to me. It comes from the time when the churches were shut down and I had to confect and do everything on my own to video services and things. So I call that the congregation. So you see, there's a camera on top of the on top of the ladder, and that's an important place in my life. An important road, an important place. That's another important place in my life for sort of bicycling reasons. And then this is what gets a lot of attention and people ask questions about. This is a project I did on a mission trip in Puerto Rico, and I like bicycle caps, and so I put it on several of the kids and moms that went with us, and I keep it there just to remind me of the wonderful times we had in Chicago and the things we did. So that is that. And so then also there's some notes, which I won't get into close, but those are notes people have written me. And then hard to believe I've been in ministry or the priesthood long enough, but there's 3 spent Berettas. What does a Beretta look like when it gets spent? It gets raggedy. And so that's I hang those up just sort of as war trophies, I guess. But that's a little bit about that. Now I'm going to explain what all that means. So I'll just sit down. I'm going to hold the camera today and keep things going. So why does that corner look like a college freshman dormitory or a kid's bedroom? Why did it explode during COVID? And here's the wisdom for the day, and what's going on with that. I should have better prepared for this video. There is statistics that say that it takes 10 compliments to get over 1 criticism, or maybe 8 compliments to overcome 1 criticism. The point in all that being is, I, and most everybody, me in particular, something I really struggle with, I remember every wrong step I have ever made. I agonize over my failures. I obsess over things I don't do well. It crushes me. And if you're in this business, the priesthood, I think in ministry in general, only is it like it's less than 20% of people who graduate seminary are in active ministry 4 years later. So it's a 80% attrition rate, and it's tough, and it's for a reason. It's because when you love people, you will disappoint them. When you manage a parish, you're going to have bumps and knocks, and you're going to make people angry and disappoint people. And whenever you lead a group of people, at best, you're going to have an 80% approval rating. It's just the way it is, and you got to be tough. And if you're someone like me who never forgets a failure, never forgets when you let someone down, never forgets your shortcomings and failures and what you didn't do well, ooh, it adds up. So the explosion on the wall there, a wise older priest who has now exchanged heaven for earth, or earth for heaven. No, heaven for earth. Yep, sorry. Once told me, he said, "Boy, son, whatever you do, do this. Keep a file, a folder in your desk with every thank you note that you have ever received." And I was like, "What? Oh, okay." And he said, "Do it. Throw away every complaint you get and keep every letter." And there will be times when you need to pull that full folder out and remind yourself of the good things about your vocation. And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I didn't do it for the first bit, but then I was like, "Yeah, I better start." And so that corner is a reminder to me of all the good things, of all the people who love me, of all the people whose lives I've been blessed enough to walk with through difficult times, of all the people who appreciate what I've done and are thankful for what I've done, and who have taken links to let me know that. And so when you walk in here, I'm met by, over here, you can see Christos Pentecrator, or Jesus Christ, the judge. I'm remembered about my judgment every morning, and the ascent of heaven, the ladder to heaven, and how hard it is to get there. So I'm reminded to keep focused. Then when you go on the other side of the Tomasini, I'm reminded of the good things, of the people who are thankful of whatever I've been able to do, who were able to show appreciation for my ministry. And that helps keep me grounded and helps make the failures and disappointments and things I'm not able to do well, it makes those less bitter. And it reminds me of what I'm doing, trying to love people and help them in their journey and help them to places of health and wholeness and things like that. But I have to keep that there and to remind myself, or either by the end of the day, I'll be filled with disappointments and things I've done wrong and things I've not done and things I didn't do as well as I thought I should do and blah, 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 da, 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 da. So that's what that wall is. And everybody needs sort of a wall like that. It did explode during COVID, being a priest and being a leader or a servant of a spiritual family. When the family's not able to meet and you're not able to go see folks in a nursing home that have no one to see them, or shut-ins that have no family, it's hard. Oh, it's hard. It hurts, and it's heartbreaking. It makes you feel worthless and like you got nothing to offer. So that was a big struggle in the first part of the pandemic, and especially when things shut down. So the wall exploded. But in your own life, I commend this to you as a practice, to have a folder, whatever that folder looks like, of good things about yourself, of people who have shown you love and appreciation and thanks, of things that make you happy, of special places in your life and things that are meaningful in your life. Because I think it's probably pretty common to every human. That's where the statistics come from, that 10 compliments to overcome 1 criticism. We all need that, in whatever form it takes, especially if you're struggling with depression or struggling with self-worth or things like that. You got to have that, and you got to pull it out and look at it. So mine exploded on the wall, so I would be forced to see it. So I would be forced to look at it every day and not take it for granted or forget that. So that's the little bit of wisdom. So maybe it's a good Lenten discipline to put a folder together, whatever it looks like in your life, to hold those places in front of you, because there are demons and dark voices and just the darkness that's going to tell you you're worthless, that you're a failure, that nobody loves you, that whatever, blah, 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 blah. Get your folder and pull it out every day. And remember the good things, and remember the awesome and amazing people that have shown you love and appreciation, the places in your life that bring you peace, the things in life that you're passionate about. Put the folder together and look at it. So a little different today. So I hope it was okay to do this, but it answers a question that a lot of people ask and are curious about and wonder about. So my whole office does not look like a fraternity dorm room or whatever. Most of it is lovely and nice and mature adult. It's just the corner that exploded that forces me to remind myself of the people who love me and are thankful, and the meaningful things in my life to balance the negative. So there you go. Everybody have a good Thursday and take care of each other, and God bless you all. All right. Bye. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.